get you started.
Sounds great. Boom! Bang, 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 bang!
Total cost.
I make your little muscle into big muscle.
Okay, Onyx package. 3% divided by 7 minus your budget.
You want a big muscle?
You want a big muscle?
We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
If you've already begun your fitness journey, then you were once at a stage called preparation. And in that preparation stage, you knew that you wanted to begin your journey, and you were looking for the best environment that would put you in the best position to succeed. But there was one important question to consider. Where would that be? Among the hundreds of gyms and fitness centers that you considered in your research process, more likely than not, there was one gym that stood at the forefront of your mind. One very obnoxiously purple gym. You know which one I'm talking about. Planet motherfucking Fitness, baby. Now, there are a ton of reasons why Planet Fitness likely appealed to you the way it appealed to me when I was first starting out. And a lot of it has to do with their genius, yet backwards marketing techniques. Now, for as long as I've been training, Planet Fitness has been relentlessly roasted and clowned by former members and non-members alike. And in today's video, I'm going to be examining what makes Planet Fitness so appealing as a first choice gym to the novice lifter, but so unappealing to the fitness enthusiast. So, an important aspect of the preparation phase is self-esteem. And a lot of people who are in this phase or have been in this phase have experienced some level of self-consciousness, whether it be about their physical appearance, their ability in the gym, or just their overall health. I mean, I know I have. These feelings are extremely common. After all, you signed up at the gym because you wanted to improve on something that you felt needed improvement. And the fear of the unknown can definitely evoke some very unpleasant feelings. Stress, anxiety, dread. See, these feelings can be so strong that they completely dissuade somebody from even starting. And based on my personal experience, the main source of these feelings of unease stems from the perception of judgment from other people. Now, this idea kind of seems a little irrational in theory, right? I mean, why would people be making fun of you in a space where everybody's going to improve themselves? The rationale, I think, is when we face an unknown situation, it's a lot easier to think about the worst case scenario to justify not having to face it at all. If we convince ourselves that the worst thing is going to happen, then we can just justify quitting. We often spend way too much time being fixated on what can go wrong rather than what can go right. We don't really consider the possibility that there are way more helpful people out there than assholes, way more encouraging people out there than people that are going to be judging us behind our backs. In my personal experience, it's been nothing but positivity. And that positivity, that motivation has gone a long way in building my confidence and self-esteem in the time that I've been training. With that being said, the self-conscious newbie can't see it that way. Yet. See, they haven't spent enough time in gym, so they don't really understand the true nature of gym culture. In their minds, not being as fit as they want and not knowing as much as they need to know is going to lead them to getting a lot of unwanted negative attention. Negative attention that is inevitably going to affect their self-esteem. Now, this is when Planet Fitness saves the day, because they market themselves as an outlet and a safe space for people who just want to work out without being judged, man. They call themselves the judgement-free zone, and if you go on their website, you'll notice that they've copywritten the phrase judgment-free, and if you look at their policies page, judgment-free is like plastered all over it. Now, if you studied for your vocab test in school, you'll notice that the judgment in judgment-free is actually spelled incorrectly. So this was actually a typo during the company's inception, but they just chose not to fix it because it was consistent with the idea of judgment-free, you know, kind of embracing your flaws and not being perfect. Smart marketing, Planet Fitness. Not to mention, every Planet Fitness has the words judgment-free plastered everywhere, and I think it's to serve as a reminder to anybody that has a remote idea of going in there and being judgy to not do it, because it's a judgment-free zone. And to reinforce their brand identity, their genius marketing team, and I mean genius, fabricated this term called gym-timidation. Now, gym intimidation, as you could probably guess by the name, is intimidation, but at the gym. In essence, to be a victim of gym intimidation is to be ridiculed, made fun of, or just put in an extremely uncomfortable position by other people at the gym. And to illustrate this idea, their marketing team puts together these commercials with the dumbest meatheads you could ever imagine. I'm talking dudes who were dropped multiple times on their heads as children. Let's take a look at my favorite one.
If you make bunny ears, you get it right.
He made a bunny with his shoelaces.
Just go ahead and fill this out and we'll get you started.
Sounds great. Boom. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Do I need to put my email address in here? Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
So, what do you do for a living?
I lift things up and put them down.
Excuse me?
I lift things up and put them down.
Okay, here's the strength
I
certificate.
lift things up and put them down.
Over here,
I lift things up and put them down.
What is that, orange juice?
Up and put them down.
and this is our stretching area.
I lift things up. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Cool.
Planet Fitness, $20 down, $10 a month. Ends January 12th.
Now, I think you'll enjoy this next one.
Nice muscle shirt, bro. The skin is in, bro. Guys with biceps and tries, bro.
What are those tanks?
Hulk out with your bulk out, bros.
And that's why I don't like gyms. Matt, we're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
No gym intimidation, no lunks, tons of equipment. Just $10 a month.
We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
Amazing.
And that's why I don't like gyms.
Okay.
Well, Megan, we're not a gym.
We're Planet Fitness.
No gym intimidation, no lunks, clean and spacious. Just fitness.
Let's watch one more.
Handle a big girl's workout. The little girl's gym is right across the street. Go ahead and play jumpity jump rope, hopscotch, or whatever.
This
it
is
that
not a
little
real
girls do.
trainer.
You're committed to this workout
What?
the way you're committed to that morning donut. You'll be puking out your ears right now. Pucarella, you'll be puking out your
Pucarella.
ears right now.
And that's why I don't like
That is not a
gyms.
real personal trainer.
Well, we're not a gym. We're,
We're Planet Fitness.
No gym intimidation, no lunks, just $10 a month. We're not a gym.
All
We're
right,
Planet
that's
Fitness.
enough of that. Wait.
I got a serious burn on
Wait.
today, bro. Deep
no.
down in here. Did you get your burn on?
I guess so.
Bros know when they get
This
the
is a
burn on.
potential lawsuit, actually.
Here? No, bro. Bros
Oh.
know. Burn.
And that's why I don't.
Now, I have to say, I've actually come pretty close to experiencing that, so that's pretty spot on. Just being honest. As you can see from those advertisements, Planet Fitness visualizes gym intimidation by portraying these ridiculous scenarios with these comically stupid people. I mean, look at it in the first one. The first guy didn't know how to tie his shoes. And the second one, the dude was peck popping the entire time. And then the third guy was wearing, I don't know, jean booty shorts. And he was saying, I picked them up and put them down. This is all strategic marketing. Now, the one consistent narrative that you see throughout all those commercials is this narrative of the person just going to the gym to get that judgment-free workout for the day. And then these meatheads just coming in and completely ruining it. I mean, that scene where the gym was just like set up like a nightclub, that was pretty funny. But the whole premise behind the commercial is just an outrageous portrayal of gyms that aren't Planet Fitness. If you notice at the end, they say, we're not a gym, we're Planet Fitness. Again, this is pretty smart marketing, kind of like I'm not black, I'm OJ or some shit like that. Oh, and by the way, what were those tank tops? Those are kind of fire, low key. Here's the thing about these advertisements, right? As funny as they are, they're not consistent with reality. This guy is extremely rare. I have yet to encounter a guy like this in my years of training, or even know of anybody that's encountered a guy like this. Does he exist? Absolutely. But he does not represent the majority of people who train in gyms outside of Planet Fitnesses. Obviously, and the marketing team knows that. But you know who doesn't know that? The self-conscious newbie. And the self-conscious newbie is terrified of encountering this guy. And they don't want to sign up for personal training and get paired up with this guy, who's violating every ethical code of being a personal trainer that there is.
Pucarella, you'll be puking out your ears right now!
Essentially, these advertisements are telling you that if you're going to sign up at another gym, these are the types of people that you're going to encounter. Not at Planet Fitness, though, because they're not a gym. They're Planet Fitness. Oh, and by the way, there's a name for these people. They're called lunk and lunkettes. And by Planet Fitness' definition, a lunk is one who exhibits behaviors that work against our judgment-free atmosphere, also known as a dumbass. No, literally. I looked up the etymology of the word lunk just because I was curious, and it's derived from the word lunkhead, which means stupid or dull-witted. And these lunk and lunkettes only serve the purpose of making you feel terrible about yourself, according to Planet Fitness. Stereotyping the shit out of people that don't seem to fit your target demographic is a little sneaky tactic, Planet Fitness. Real sneaky. Not really judgment-free, is it? Now, no matter how backhanded it may seem, the objective truth is that this marketing is pretty smart. It taps into the mental and emotional state of the first-time gym goer perfectly and really ticks off all the boxes. Based on the way that exercise culture is usually depicted, this hypothetical person likely doesn't want to go anywhere where it'll be obvious that they're new. Check. And they don't know whether or not they'll adopt this new workout regimen, and they're nowhere near the point where they're ready to actually start investing real money into training because they just started. So they need somewhere that's relatively inexpensive. Check. And they need somewhere that's pretty close. Also check. There are Planet Fitnesses everywhere, and the likelihood of finding one within your relative area is pretty high. Not to mention, they're the first commercial gym, to the best of my knowledge, to really run with the judgment-free style marketing, where they're appealing to a much broader demographic. They've even brought celebrities on like JB Smoove, William Shatner, and I think Dennis Rodman. So marketing-wise, they definitely spend a ton of money. Now, with all of that success comes a bit of a stigma with Planet Fitness, because with the heavy emphasis that they put on judgment-free and the policies that they enforce, they're completely alienating the fitness enthusiast, that person that's moved past preparation all the way to their maintenance phase. As they've kind of gotten comfortable in this maintenance phase, they're training a little harder. They want to go to the next level. They're exerting more energy. They're learning new workouts. They're trying to level up their training. Working out is now fun. And based on Planet Fitness's policy, that may get you kicked right the fuck out. Here's what I mean. Planet Fitness has these definitions called lunk-like actions that you could easily fall into if you're somebody that likes to take their training to the next level. Let's take a look at some of these actions and kind of analyze whether they're valid or not. So here we have lunk-like actions include behaviors such as excessively loud displays of effort, including grunting, yelling, and groaning. Doesn't say anything about moaning though. And who gets to determine what excessive is? Seems a little subjective. Dropping weights, intentionally dropping weights to the ground after the last rep of a set. Also pretty subjective. How do we know that it was intentional? People's arms give out all the time. How do you make the determination that somebody intentionally dropped weights? And why does it have to be on the last rep of the set? Can you drop your weights on the first or second rep? Interesting. Showcasing, flexing, strutting, or making an effort to attract attention. This rule was definitely created for the 18-year-old Gymshark boys on testosterone. Now, the part about trying to attract attention, that's going to be policed at the club's discretion, because you can attract attention without actually trying to attract attention. Just be vascular and wear like a sleeveless shirt. That usually does the trick. Now, finally, we have judging, which is classified as mocking, criticizing, or making negative comments related to another person's appearance, experience, ability, knowledge of equipment, etc. That makes sense. That's a pretty straightforward, objectively fair rule. Nobody goes to the gym to be made fun of, criticized, or anything like that. That's pretty negative. And finally, we have the lunk alarm. The lunk alarm is a siren used to enforce our judgment-free policy. The lunk alarm helps maintain a judgment-free atmosphere by stopping a lunk in his or her tracks. Every time I read that last line, I just like visualize a front desk staff fucking tasing somebody mid-bicep curl because they were being a little too lunky. Planet Fitness just might as well like create a lunk timeout in the middle of the gym and then just like escort people in like purple handcuffs and like let members like throw water bottles and dirty tissues at them screaming bad lunk. In all seriousness, my honest opinion on the lunk alarm is that it's a contradiction to Planet Fitness's brand. They brand themselves as a judgment-free gym, which I can see they try to be, but they have a device specifically designed to embarrass the shit out of people over rules that are kind of ambiguous and left to interpretation. I mean, does somebody really deserve to have the entire gym staring at them just because they accidentally dropped some dumbbells? I mean, I don't think so. And it's a part of the reason why Planet Fitness is kind of seen as anti-gym enthusiasts, because you can't take your training to the next level and really enjoy working out like a lot of people do without being at risk of violating a lot of these rules. And in talking about some of their policies being somewhat subjective and policed at the discretion of the club, I get reminded of that incident of that guy who got denied entry into a Planet Fitness because of a water bottle.
Please show me your policy where it says I have to have a bottle that fits.
No, I can't, because each Planet Fitness is different, and each Planet Fitness can come up with their own rules.
What?
Even though corporate policy says you can't have a water bottle, this specific club apparently didn't allow water bottles, so that was interesting. I don't think it really helps their brand if there's no set and agreed upon standard on exactly how they're going to police all of these rules. These lunk rules and policies are really the essence of what's given Planet Fitness that stigma within the fitness community. On one hand, they're trying to cultivate an environment that caters to the newbies and makes them comfortable, which is great, but in the process, they're completely alienating the fitness enthusiasts, and they really go hard to do that. Most people who want to take their training to the next level end up leaving Planet Fitness for that reason. Once they attain maintenance, they become a lot more invested in learning how to train better. So they're doing research to figure out how to level up their training, and in that research process, they realize that Planet Fitness may not just lack the equipment that they need, but it lacks the environment that they need to really chase that next level. Because it's hard to be enthusiastic when you're in an environment with people who just don't share that same enthusiasm or take the gym as seriously as you do. And at that point, you've been following influencers like Russ Swole or Sarah Darrell, and you're seeing the way that they're training, and you want to train at that level. You're invested enough to strive for that level. And at that point, you know it's not going to happen at Planet Fitness, so you leave. And to Planet Fitness, that's perfectly okay, because they didn't want you. They wanted the version of you that signed up, because that person was a little more self-conscious, not as knowledgeable, and definitely not as invested as you are now. That person is a person who their entire brand is built on luring in, and it works because they make up the majority of Americans. So when you go to the front desk to cancel your membership so you can start the next chapter of your fitness journey, the very next day, they're going to sign up 5 new people who are going to start their fitness journeys and looking for a gym intimidation-free experience. Now, here's the truth. Even though Planet Fitness was the #1 gym I considered when I was starting out, I have yet to actually set foot in a Planet Fitness. Honestly, I've never been inside one, and I feel like I kind of skipped my rite of passage as someone in the fitness industry to have never been at a Planet Fitness, because everybody knows that all bodybuilders are born at Planet Fitness. All kidding aside though, I got lured by my uncle to another gym, which was a little bit better than Planet Fitness in my opinion, and I just never really left. So I kind of missed out on that juicy, judgment-free Planet Fitness experience, but I know plenty of people who haven't. And when I talk to them, the one thing that they consistently tell me is they might not let you in. My natural response is to always question this because, well, I really don't think I come off that lunky, you know? And I feel like the only way to really find out is to test it out for myself. I really want to validate not only what I've heard from other people, but what I discovered in my research about Planet Fitness. I want to know whether or not it really deserves that stigma. I also want to know how they police some of those lunk rules across their gyms, and how consistent is that policing. I'm going to be unpacking all of this in my next video. So if you like this part 1 of my Planet Fitness series, consider giving it a like. If you have any comments about anything that I said in the video, let's have a discourse in the comment section. And if you want to see the next part to this video, definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know exactly when it drops. And if you're a bodybuilding fan, check out the video I did on Sean Ray. You might enjoy that. So I'm Large Kofi, and thank you for watching.